I'm gonna be story times now. Don't question why, and don't question why again. I just am, because I feel like some things I gotta talk about. That is hilarious. Today's story is gonna be called The Possessed Classroom. Now, due to COVID, we weren't allowed to move around classrooms, sorry. We weren't allowed to move around classrooms. So we all stayed in the one classroom. I had a doctor's appointment that day, so I arrived in class late. When I got in, I sat down, teacher told me that I was going to have to catch up, but my friends probably had notes, so I got a copy from them. I did catch up in the end. Don't remember how well I did in that class. So, it was a science class, and we were all just kind of like sitting down. Next thing we know, the radiators stay making like a kind of creaky, kind of like someone's banging on them. But no one sat against like where the radiators were sat, so it was kind of weird. But we just kind of moved on with the day. Continued. It was the last class of the day, by the way. And all of a sudden, the clock. We didn't have a clock for a very, very long time, and we didn't trust this clock after this point, so we had to get a new clock. Because no one liked to use it, because no one trusted the time on it after this point. So what happened is the clock's hands started moving, like, super fast. Like, it was kind of like possessed sort of fast. And I was just, like, kind of just, like, spinning around and around. Then it got to home time. On the clock, it showed it was home time. And then all of a sudden, it started winding back to the time it actually was. And, oh my god, everyone started freaking out. The teacher looks at the clock, looks at us, and goes, "If the light starts flickering, that's it, I'm leaving you all here." And that's the day that... Then, actually, also the other story. Throughout the rest of that class, the radiators were still just banging, but the teacher said the lights haven't flickered yet. It's not possessed yet. But yeah, that was probably one of my favorite days in class. As we had, like, the idea that the classroom was apparently possessed. Because a clock... Now, fun fact about that clock. That clock was leaning against a wall. We still don't know why that clock moved. We were in that clock most of this year. How do I go through this one? Oh, sorry. But yeah. The story of the possessed classroom. Because I have time for one more story. So I go to a all girls school. All girls. And in that school, we had this lovely history teacher. I feel bad for the students who never got to be in his class, because he was like my favorite teacher, because he was so nice. So what happened was, we were all in class, and he was handing out sheets, and we were having discussion over history. And then he said, "I cannot wait to see what type of young ladies you'll grow up to be." The next thing he said was, or men, or whatever else you wish to identify as. And OMG, that was like the sweetest thing ever. My friend who was sitting beside me, he's trans, and he was like, he started to like have this like really big, huge grin on his face, and I looked over and it made me giggle a little because he looked so happy. And it made me happy because I felt included. But yeah, that's the story of the possessed classroom and our very, very lovely teachers. I have so many stories with this guy. But yeah, if you like this, do say, and I'll try to record more. Sir, move. Bye.